It's just a little bus bar update. It's new bus bar design I've come up with because it was running out of spaces on these for hooking stuff up. What it is just a pair of bus bars of identical size. I actually reused the original ones as well as added two more identical ones. Just put on bigger insulating blocks, which is just bits of this is some of the old ones, which is made out of the same stuff. It's just ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. It's if you've ever seen stuff like how it's made, where they're food processing equipment and everything's made of this white stuff, this is it. It's ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. But it's pretty much just bigger bus bars, and because of these ones, I countersink these original ones I countersink the holes, whereas these I didn't. I just put in the 1 5/8 inch wood screws in place of the 1 inch ones, which are a bit on the thin side to begin with. But the bus bars are still held into the insulators with 1 inch screws. This one I'm still in the process of installing. This one's finished. What I'm doing is just tinning or stripping back each of the bank feeders by about 1.5 inches, tinning the whole thing so there's just one solid lump of metal, and then running it through both bus bars so that there's half a dozen 10 gauge wire connections, and you have to factor in the additional cross-sectional area from the solder, which is of course proper lead stuff, none of this lead-free roast crap. Yay, politicians. But anyways, that's pretty much just my updated bus bars. Everything else, like this one, which I've already got all the non-bus bar stuff that didn't require retinning hooked up, but like the inverter feeders, the 12 volt breaker box feeders, that's those little that's 8 gauge wire, but and these little 6 gauge feeders for the 1200 watt inverter, and this big 4 gauge feeder for the 1000 watt pure sine. And then these are the 10 gauge feeders, which go back to the charge controller box, which, as you can see from the display, is off because all the battery banks are, if I can get one, you know, all the battery banks are, of course, off for obvious reasons. Come on, turn. There you go. But that's pretty much it, just an updated bus bar design.